Hello student, in my last class I discussed Biot-Savart law and its application, and with the application of Biot-Savart law we found out the magnetic field due to a long current carrying conductor. Today I shall discuss the application of Biot-Savart law for current carrying circular loop. We have to find out the magnetic field at the center of a current carrying circular loop. Follow. Current carrying circular loop. This is a circular loop. The radius of the loop R. Let a circular loop and the current flowing through is I in the direction. That is clockwise direction. Maybe you take in anti-clockwise direction. So a current carrying loop, the current through it I and the radius R. Now a small portion dl, a small portion of the wire dl, and the field at the center, this distance R, this angle 90 degree. The angle between R and dl is 90 degree. Clear? 90 degree. So the magnetic field, B at the center equal to, according to Biot-Savart law, mu0 by 4 pi I dl sine 90 degree. Follow? Sine 90 degree by r square. This is the magnetic field for small length, that is dB. Magnetic field we consider for small lengths, that is dB. Follow? The magnetic field at the center. Why I am mentioning center? This will be discussed later. কেন আমি সেন্টারে বলছি সেটা পরে আলোচনা করব. I sin it, this angle is 90 degree. So mu0 4 pi I by r square dl. Follow? For total circular loop, small length dl, if we integrate b equal to integration of db equal to mu0 4 pi into I by r square is constant, that is dl. Integration of dl, the circumference of the loop, that is 2 pi r. Follow? So mu0 by 4 pi into I by r square into 2 pi r, total length. Final result we get mu0 by 4 pi into 2 pi I by r, of course in unit Tesla, because this is in SI system. So we found out the magnetic field, that is a magnetic field induction at the center of the current carrying loop. What is the direction? Follow? This is the right hand. At the center, the wire will be placed between the palm and the point. The address due to this portion. Follow? Downward perpendicular to the board and downward direction. Here you consider in everywhere, follow, the direction of the current and the direction of the forefinger will be same. So according to you may follow the Oersted rule, or that right hand thumb rule. By applying this rule, we found out that the direction of magnetic field at the center perpendicular to the plane of the board and downward, that is away from the reader. If current is anti-clockwise direction, follow, then the magnetic field also perpendicular to the plane of the board, but towards the reader, that is upward direction. Clear? for one term, if the number of coil, if the loop is at the n turns, n khana পাক যদি থাকে, so for n turns the magnetic field will be mu 0 by 4 pi 2 pi Ni by R Tesla. Clear? So from here we come to a conclusion that the magnetic field will be strong at the center and very small region. If we draw the magnetic line of force, then it will be clear that why the magnetic field at the center will be strong and in this portion and near the circumference the field will be very weak. Why? Later we shall draw the magnetic lines of force. Okay, for n number of turns. Clear? Now, circular loop. Another application, suppose this is a circular loop of smaller radius r and this is another circular loop, concentric, both are in concentric. In this way the current I and in this way the current, in both the coil carry current I, the outer loop radius capital R, inner radius small r. What will be the magnetic field at the center and what will be the direction for the outer loop? So we have to find out the magnetic field at the center and the direction. Magnetic field due to outer loop. For outer loop B1 equal to mu 0 by 4 pi into 2 pi I by capital R Tesla. Follow the direction downward, perpendicular to the plane of the core, downward. This is the direction, downward. For inner loop, magnetic field due to inner loop mu 0 by 4 pi 2 pi I by small r. Of course, it is, follow, in the direction of the current will indicate the fourth finger, this fourth finger of the right hand. This is the direction of the current and thumb finger indicate the magnetic field. So it is upward and it is downward. It is upward. So the resultant field will be at the center, will be minus, which is greater, B2 is greater because, follow, R is less than R. So B2 is greater than B1. So magnetic field at the center B1 minus B2 and you will get the result mu 0 by 4 pi into 2 pi I 1 minus, follow, the direction, of course, the strong magnetic field B1, so upward. Clear? The magnetic field is upward. Mu 0 by 4 pi 2 pi 1 by R smaller. This is another problem. Okay, follow it. Direction for the inner loop upward and direction for the outer loop downward. Clear? Next application, note it. If the current in same direction, follow, this current suppose in the same direction, so resultant field will be sum of the two field, both the direction downward. Clear? Opposite direction, that is negative, we get the result by after subtraction, and if the same direction current, that is clockwise or if clockwise, the resultant will be in the downward direction. If anti-clockwise, resultant will be the upward direction. Clear? Follow, this is right hand and in this way you will get the direction of the magnetic field. Now next application, this is a current carrying loop. This is the center. Follow. If the current will flow in this direction, this angle 60 degree, this is the center. You have to find out the magnetic field at the center. Of course, the direction downward, away from the reader, perpendicular to the plane of the board. Okay. So this is the circular portion, the state. We know at any point on the wire, at any point from Biot-Savart law, at mu0 by 4 pi I del L sin theta by r square. At any point on the wire, theta equal to 0. So the magnetic field on the wire or on the direction of the current or on the direction of the wire is nil. So for this wire, this portion and this portion, the magnetic field will be 0. Clear? Because the point lies on the wire. If we draw a straight line, it intersects the center of the loop. So due to this portion and this portion, the magnetic field at the center will be 0. For this portion, suppose this is R. If the total loop is completed loop, we know B equal to mu0 by 4 pi 2 pi I by R Tesla for a circular loop. But here is out, this portion is out, this is 60 degree. So the magnetic field will be, this is multiply 60 by 360. Follow. For this angle 360 degree. For 360 degree angle, the magnetic field at the center this. So 60 degree angle, just by applying unitary method, ঐকিক নিয়ম প্রয়োগ করলেই তোমরা এই জিনিসটা পেয়ে যাবে। সো ফাইনাল রেজাল্ট mu0 by 4 pi 2 pi I by 6R. Clear? This is the result, and in direction perpendicular to the plane of the board, downward. For this portion and this portion, nil. Clear? This is another application. Maybe if the wire in this way, suppose in this way, so for half portion 180 by 360 half, and this wire, the point lies on the this wire and this wire, the direction of the wire and this point on the same point. So for this portion and this portion field is 0, only the half circular loop. Clear? In SI system all the unit will be Tesla. Now another problem, application of Biot-Savart law. Suppose this is a coil, this is a circular loop, current flowing in this direction. So magnetic field upward in this direction, the magnetic field, suppose B1, and another loop, concentric another loop, mutually perpendicular of two loops. The radius of this loop, this is one loop and this is two loops. Radius of loop 1 equal to R1, radius of loop 2 equal to R2. Clear? And this loop, follow, this loop, one loop in this way, so current in this direction follow upward, and this loop in this way and current in this direction, so current in this direction, follow. Magnetic field in this direction. Actually, magnetic field due to first loop B1 and magnetic field due to second loop B2. Follow. This is the first loop, current upward direction, and in this way. This is the first loop and another loop, mutually perpendicular to each other and concentric. So this is the current direction upward, follow this direction in this way, follow magnetic field B2. These two field is mutually perpendicular to each other. So resultant field, if we apply parallelogram law of vector, then B equal to root over B1 square plus B2 square. Of course, you know the value of B1. B1 equal to mu 0 by 4 pi 2 pi. If suppose this current I1 and this current I2, I1 by R1 and B2 mu 0 by 4 pi 2 pi I2 by R2. Putting the value, you will get the result. Maybe in numerical problem, the value of R1, R2, I1, R2 are given and you will get the result. Okay, so the result, and if the direction of, suppose this angle theta, so direction of final magnetic field B tan theta equal to B1 by B2, you will get the direction of the final magnetic field makes the angle theta with the direction B2. You may consider theta with the direction of B1, you will get the tan theta is equal to B2 by B1. Okay, note it. Magnetic lines of force. Now we shall draw the magnetic lines of force. Magnetic lines of force. You have studied it in class 10, of course. Suppose this is a current carrying conductor. We know for a long current carrying conductor, long, infinitely long, the magnetic field at a distance mu 0 by 4 pi 2I by R. In my previous class, I discussed it. At a distance R mu 0 by 4 pi 2I by R, the distance. So what will be the magnetic lines of force? Follow. If we, this is the wire upward direction, the thumb finger is upward. So the direction of this forefinger will be the direction of the magnetic lines of force. So magnetic lines of force, this is studied, you have studied in class 10. This is magnetic lines of force, circular loop. Follow. The direction, follow. Direction, magnetic lines of force direction anti-clockwise. Clear? Anti-clockwise. If the current is downward direction, here the magnetic field, if this distance is R, here the magnetic field is mu 0 by 2 pi R, and direction tangent to the magnetic lines of force at that point. Here the distance mu 0 by 2 pi into mu 0 by 4 pi 2I by R, but the R is less than, so here magnetic field strong. So if we gradually increase the distance from the wire, the magnetic field will decrease, and far away due to the magnetic field very weak, and due to earth magnetic field the magnetic field will be straight line, okay. If we increase the distance, then the magnetic, if current is strong, the magnetic field will be very close to each other, very close to each other, strong magnetic field. Clear? If the current is downward, the magnetic field in the opposite direction. Clear? This is very simple and you have studied in class 10. Now for circular loop, we know that the magnetic field due to a circular current carried loop at the center will be strong. This is a plain platform and this is a circular. Follow. I think the this is plus, in this way the current. Follow. So for this portion, the magnetic field follow, and for this portion, this is upward, this is downward, so in opposite direction. Follow. At the center, for both the portion, the magnetic field is about to parallel. So in this portion at the center, the strong magnetic field and direction, follow, direction perpendicular to the board, downward. If the coil is in this, suppose this is the coil, so current in this way, anticlockwise. So magnetic field away from the reader, away from you, clear? So at the center the magnetic field is strong. For a current carrying conduct loop, the magnetic field at the center will be strong. Follow. This is a wire. Here the magnetic field is strong. We proved that mu 0 by 4 pi 2 pi I by R, that is 2 pi for n turn, 2 pi Ni by R. If we consider here a magnetic field and here a magnetic field, follow, for this portion the magnetic field due to this wire, what is upward, and for this wire downward. That is why here the magnetic field is very, very weak, because circular loop, for this portion the magnetic field one region, for this portion upward, and for this portion downward. Similarly, in two regions, for this portion upward, but this portion downward. So, and in this region also, follow, in this region magnetic field downward and magnetic field downward. So inside both the magnetic field is downward, but this portion is very nearer and this portion far. So that is why here the magnetic field is weak, but in this portion magnetic field is strong. Clear? Okay. This type of discussion also you have studied in class 10. Now we will discuss Ampere's circuital law. With the help of Ampere's circuital law, we can easily find out the magnetic field induction, that is magnetic field vector. Ampere's, very important. Ampere's circuital law. This law, there is an analogy of this law with the Gauss's theorem in electrostatics. Gauss's theorem, follow. Gauss's theorem, E dot ds equal to Q by epsilon naught the total electric flux over a closed surface is 1 by epsilon 0 time the charge enclosed by the surface. This was the Gauss's law. I discussed it in electrostatics chapter. Ampere circuit law follow that line integral of magnetic field vector, here E dot ds, here B dot dl, here surface, here line integral of the magnetic field vector is equal to mu 0 mu naught, that is mu naught times of the current enclosed by that loop. Follow. Suppose this is a closed loop or path and this is a current carrying conductor. So suppose here this is small portion, follow, dl, and the magnetic field in this direction and this angle theta. The direction of B and dl, follow, this is the dl, the direction of dl and magnetic field B, angle between dl and B theta. So B dot dl equal to mu 0 I, mu naught বা mu 0 permeability of free space or vacuum. So this is the Ampere circuit of law. In free space, the statement of the law, in free space, the magnetic field line integral, in free space, the line integral of magnetic field vector is mu 0 times of the current, of course in ampere, enclosed by that closed loop or closed circuit or closed path. Clear? This is the mathematical statement. Okay. So there is an analogy between Gauss's theorem and Ampere circuital law, but there is also difference. Follow. Here we consider a Amperean loop is a closed path or closed circuit, but Gaussian surface is a surface. Clear? So in free space, the line integral of the magnetic field induction or vector is mu 0 times the current bracketed in ampere enclosed by that loop or circuit or closed path. Gauss's theorem for magnetic field, follow. B dot ds, but this is 0. Very important point. E dot ds, this is the Ampere circuital law, but if we apply Gauss's theorem for magnetic field vector, B dot ds, this is a closed surface. Follow. This is a closed path. This is closed path, but this is closed surface. This is one dimension. Sorry, this is two dimension, but this is three dimension. Surface. Why B dot ds 0? There is the existence of positive charge as negative charge. That is isolated negative charge we get and isolated positive charge, but no existence of isolated north pole or south pole. North pole এবং south pole এর আলাদা করতে আমরা কোনো we can never separate north pole and south pole of a magnet. If we cut a magnet several times, then it will be a independent magnet. That is, there is north pole and south. We can never separate north pole, south pole. There is no existence of isolated pole, magnetic pole. That is why B dot ds equal to 0. Why B dot ds is equal to? Short question. Clear? There is no existence of isolated north pole or south pole. চুম্বকের বিচ্ছিন্ন মেরুর কল্পনা আমরা কখনোই করতে পারবো না. We can never imagine the isolated pole of a magnet. because, and from this point we may come to a conclusion, magnetic lines of force are closed, but electric lines of force are open. Clear? Ampere's circuital law. This law is applicable for symmetrical current distribution. Follow, from here to here, all in every portion of the wire the same current flows. For symmetrical current distribution, this law is applicable. And B is tangential at any point. B is constant. Follow, for symmetrical current distribution. Symmetrical current distribution, this will applicable. Number 2, B is tangential at any point of the loop, of the closed path or loop. B dot dl equal to mu 0 by I, mu naught or mu 0 equal to 4 pi into 10 to the minus 7 Tesla ampere to the power minus 1 meter. In my previous class I discussed. And number 3, B is constant or maybe 0. So this is the limitation. Okay. Now we can prove the Ampere's circuital law. We can prove the Ampere's circuital law. Follow, note it. Symmetrical current distribution, B is tangential at any point of the loop, B is constant or maybe 0. A proof of Ampere's circuital law. Suppose this is an arbitrary irregular shape closed loop and this is I current. I be the current enclosed by the loop. This is DL1, this is DL2. All the loop are divided into very small portion. This is DL3 and so on. Now, this angle d theta 1, this angle d theta 2, this angle d theta 3. Follow? We divided the total loops into very small portion, that is DL1, D2 or DL1, DL2, DL3, all are straight. Maybe considered straight line because very small. And distance of DL1 from O R1, distance of DL2 from O is R2, distance from DL3 R3. Follow? So magnetic field at O due to DL, magnetic field at this portion suppose this is A, this is B, this is C. So OA equal to R1, OB equal to R2, OC equal to R3. B total magnetic field B dot dl, closed loop B dot dl equal to, for this portion, B1 dot dl1 plus B2 dot dl2. Magnetic field at a distance R1 at A, B1, at B, B2 because distance are separate R1, R2, R3, and in this way for nth Bn dot DLN. Clear? Now B1 equal to, we know in my previous class we have proved that mu 0 by 4 pi into 2I by R, R1 value of B1, B1 and DL1. At why I mentioned that B1 is tangential. In Ampere's circular law, B1 will be tangential to DL. So theta equal to 0 degree, B dot DL. Theta equal to angle between B1 and DL1, 0. Angle between B2 and DL2, 0, because B2, B1 all are tangential. Just I mentioned before. D1 plus 2I by R2 DL2 plus finally 2I by Rn DLN. Follow. What is DL1? DL1 from this triangle, small triangle, I draw separately here. This is DL1, this is R1, this is D theta 1. So DL1 equal to R1 D theta 1. Clear? So 2 R1 D theta 1 by R1. Putting the value of DL1, putting the value of DL2, R2 D theta 2 by R2. Clear? Plus Rn D theta n by Rn. Okay? Mu 0 by 4 pi 2I R1, R1, R2, R2. So final result D theta 1 plus D theta 2 plus D theta 3 dot 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 D theta n. Follow? Total angle. What is the total angle? That is 2 pi. So final result mu 0 by 4 pi into 2I into 2 pi. Total angle 360 degree, 2 pi. After we get mu 0I. That is the Ampere circuital law. B dot dl. Magnetic field vector, the line integral of the magnetic field vector around a closed path is mu 0 times the current in ampere enclosed by that closed path, where mu 0 be the permeability of free space or vacuum. Clear? It is the proof of Ampere circuital law. Now we shall discuss the application of Ampere circuital law. Clear? Note it. Application. Of Ampere's application of Ampere's circuital law. Follow. We have found out by the application of Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field at a distance are from infinitely long current carrying conductor is mu 0 by 4 pi into 2I by R. Similar thing we can prove with the help of Ampere's circuital law. Let this is a long current carrying conductor. Clear? current I. We have to find out the magnetic field at a distance r at P. So we have to draw a Amperean loop, closed path. Follow. This is the closed path. This is a current carrying conductor, long wire. We have to find out at a distance r, this is point P. So to find out the magnetic field at a distance r from a long current carrying conductor, we have to draw a Amperean loop, that is closed path, around the wire of radius r. So here magnetic field normal to the B, a tangential to B, follow, to dl. This is this portion dl, follow. Here current in this. So if we here the direction tangential to the loop dl and b be the angle between b and dl is 0. So Ampere circuit law, b dot dl equal to mu 0 I be the current enclosed by the loop, b dl cos 0 degree mu 0 I. What is integration of dl cos 1 2 pi r? Very simple way we can find out the magnetic field for a long current carrying conductor. Follow. Mu 0 by 4 pi into 2I by r Tesla. So, by applying the Biot-Savart law, that was very difficult, that was hard to find out, to prove this formula. But by applying Ampere circuit, it is easily found out. We can easily prove that mu 0 by 2I by r Tesla. So this is a broad question, 2 marks question or 3 marks question. Okay, this is first application of current and Ampere circuit law. Now second application. For a solenoid, we can find out the magnetic field on the axis of the solenoid. Suppose this current I we have to find out the magnetic field on the axis. Suppose total n equal to number of turn, L length of solenoid, length L, this is the L, follow, length, the length of the axis, that is the length of the solenoid, follow. The magnetic field, follow, the current in this way, so magnetic field in this way, follow. Every circular, we know this is a circular loop. If current in this way, magnetic field in the direction downward. So magnetic field parallel to dl. Suppose the magnetic field here is small portion dl, that is dl and pq, dl and b, the direction of b is also in this way. Follow? B and dl is the same direction, that is tangential. We consider a closed loop. This is Ampere loop. P, Q, R, S. N be the number of turns, L be the length of the solenoid, I be the current, and P, Q, R, S be the Ampere loop, that is closed path. So B and dl be the same direction. Follow the direction of B. B is in the direction of QP. QP, follow? According to current, Q to P. If the current is reverse way, then P to Q. But B and dl always parallel. That is B and dl is parallel to each other. So Ampere circuital law, B dot dl equal to mu 0 total number of turn n, Ni, total current Ni, for one turn I, n turn Ni, that is dl cos, that is dl cos means 0 degree, mu 0 Ni. Of course, here, follow, B dot dl for PQ. B dot dl equal to B dot PQ plus B dot QR plus B dot RS plus B dot SP. B dot PQ, okay. B dot QR, follow, the direction of B and Q are perpendicular, so this is 0. B and Q perpendicular. B in the direction QP, B and QR are mutually perpendicular, so BQ are 0. And BSP is also 0. B and SP is perpendicular to each other. But what is B dot RS? Outside the solenoid, the magnetic field is very, very weak. Maybe we consider nil. Outside the solenoid, the magnetic field is strong on the axis of the solenoid. So this is also 0. So B dot dl equal to B dot PQ, means B PQ. PQ means L. So this is PQ, that is PQ. Length of the solenoid, that is PQ. So BL mu 0 Ni, that is B equal to mu naught N by L into I. What is N by L? Number of turns per unit length, that is mu 0 Ni. Number of turns, Tesla of course. N be the number of turns, small n be the number of turns per unit length. N equal to capital N by L. Okay, follow. This is the closed loop, but this portion and this portion B is perpendicular with this direction. But here the field is very, very weak. Why field is weak? So this is the magnetic field at the center on the axis of the solenoid, mu 0 Ni. Clear? N be the number of turns per unit length, capital N be the total number of turns. For long solenoid, infinity long solenoid, for long solenoid, the field at the center mu 0 Ni by 2. Suppose this is a solenoid, okay? This is the axis. Here the point P, this angle theta 1 and this angle theta 2. Follow? This angle theta 1, this is the axis. At any point here P, this is the axis. At any point on the P, general equation sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. In your syllabus, there is no proof of this, but in higher class, there is a proof. You have to keep it in memory that for long solenoid, for a solenoid mu 0, the field or at any point on the axis, at any point, mu 0 Ni by 2 sin theta 1 by theta 2, sin theta 1 plus theta 2. For long solenoid, for long solenoid, for long, follow, infinite long, we prove it. So theta 1 increases, theta 1 and theta 2 tends to 90 degree. For infinitely long, theta 1 equal to theta 2 equal to 90 degree. Follow, the result will be mu 0 Ni by 2 into 1 plus 1 2. That is that result. Just mu 0 Ni. So this equation is very, very important. Mu 0, N be the number of turns per unit length. Mu 0 Ni by 2 sin theta 1 plus theta 2. This no need of proof because there is no proof in your syllabus. In higher class there is a proof. Okay. If at one end, follow. So for infinitely long solenoid mu 0 Ni, from Ampere circuital law, I proved it, and from this formula it is also proved. At one end of the solenoid, this is long solenoid, this is the one end, follow, this is the P. At first I considered P. Here theta 1, this is theta 2. If the at one end of the solenoid, follow, one end, so theta 2, follow, theta 2, one end, theta 2, this point and this point. So theta 2 equal to 90 degree and theta 1 equal to 0. So at one end, result will be mu 0 Ni by 2. Clear? If the point P is here, suppose, sorry, figure will be slightly changed. This is the solenoid, this is the axis, this point P, figure slightly changed. This is theta 1 and this is theta 2. Okay. So for long solenoid, theta 1 equal to, follow, theta 1 tends to 90 degree and theta 2 tends to 90 degree. Clear? Theta 1, if theta 1 here considered, then cos theta 1 cos theta 2. Clear? If theta 1, if you consider theta 1 here, then cos. But if you consider theta 1 here, then sin theta 1. If the for infinitely long solenoid, follow P, if theta 1 and theta 2 both tends to 90 degree. For at P, when at one end of the solenoid, magnetic field at one end of the solenoid, for long solenoid, infinitely long, and what end, follow this point P here, follow theta 2 is 0, but theta 1 is 90 degree. For at one end, theta 1 equal to 90 degree, but theta 2 equal to 0. Follow this figure. Suppose this is the P. Follow. This is theta 1. Theta 1 gradually increasing, but theta 2, this point gradually here. Follow. Theta 2 decreasing and here theta 2 0. So at one end theta 1 is equal to 90 degree, theta 2 0. So B equal to mu 0 Ni by 2. So ratio of the magnetic field for infinitely long solenoid at the center of the axis, at the midpoint of the axis, and at one end is 2:1. Clear? This is very important question. This formula follow. This is theta 1, this is theta. If you consider theta 1, theta 2, the equation will be cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Clear? Now next application. For toroid, application for toroid. What is toroid? This is a, suppose, hollow ring. This is a hollow ring. Okay. If a wire is wound, follow, with several turns in this way, this ring, this is called toroid or endless solenoid. Toroid or endless solenoid. Follow this current. In this way, we have to find out the magnetic field on the axis of the toroid. Toroid means endless solenoid. What is toroid? If a wire is wound with several turns on a hollow ring, then that is called a toroid or endless solenoid. Here, endless solenoid. Follow. And on the axis, this is the axis. The radius of the solenoid is R. N be the number of turns, পাক সংখ্যা, circumference 2 pi r. So n equal to n by 2 pi r. Number of turns per unit, number of turns per unit length. Clear? Follow. This is the Ampere loop. This 2 pi r circumference, this circumference, the axis, the closed axis of the toroid is the Ampere. The axis is the axis of toroid is the Ampere's loop. Ampere's loops or closed path. This is the closed path. Suppose here the magnetic. This is the dl. This portion is dl. Okay, PQ. PQ be a small portion, the length dl. Follow the magnetic field. Here current in this way. Follow. Direction, the magnetic field in this way B. So B and PQ dl parallel to each other. Follow the direction P to Q. Clear? Here the current in this way. Follow my hand, right hand. The direction of the current, forefinger, and the field direction indicated by the thumb finger. So B dot dl equal to B and B dot dl, B dl cos 0 degree, that is B dl. By applying Ampere circular law, B dot dl equal to mu 0 total number of turns Ni. Follow B dl cos 0 degree, that is B dl okay. What is integration of dl? That is 2 pi r. So B into 2 pi r, that is length of the closed path, Ampere in path. Mu 0 n by 2 pi r into I, that is mu 0 ni. Follow, n be the number of turns per unit length. So in similar way, the final result of solenoid and endless solenoid, that is toroid, is same. Of course, in SIC, n be the number of turns per unit length. Clear? This is the another application. Follow. Now, this is the end. এখানেই শেষ করছি. Meet you again in my next class. Okay.